So I'm going to be going downtown on Thursday, guys, and I'm going to try to get some footage of the location where this took place because this was a incident that I don't know how well publicized it was outside of Chicago, but this was a very sad incident, and something that I have to admit, I met some girls that were on this same type of time when I was working in the high schools here. Not a lot, but a few, and it was just sad seeing the road that they were headed down, man. So you guys may have heard already about the 18-year-old girl that had stabbed the 16-year-old girl. The 18-year-old's name was Egypt Otis. The 16-year-old's name was Heaven Taylor. And this was involving a clash between two groups downtown. It was actually right out in front of the Metropolitan Correctional Center, like down there, not too far from there, where there's a lot of, well, not police. I would not say there's a lot of police around there, but like a lot of FBI government people around there. But that 16-year-old girl they're reporting was fatally stabbed in downtown this week after a dispute between rival groups escalated. It turned physical and ended with the teen suffering a stab wound to her heart. So this was caught on video. I obviously cannot play a video of a teen girl getting stabbed here. That definitely is strike material. But I'm going to talk in this video about the other court case that this 18-year-old has pending. And it was also, an incident which is indicative of some stuff that's going on in the courts right now. And because she's the 20th person that's accused of murdering or trying to murder somebody while awaiting trial, or while on bond for another felony. And a lot of the criticism going on right now is that the courts are not being tough enough. And I don't know if this is an incident of that or not. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. But details of the murder were revealed during a Saturday afternoon detention hearing for 18-year-old Egypt Otis. The woman prosecutor said is responsible for the murder. What's really sad is this girl has a 2-year-old child. And they're saying that the boyfriend was present. The boyfriend was flashing a gun during this, incident. I don't know if the boyfriend is the same person who fathered her child, but I don't know the guy. I can't judge him, and I definitely don't want to judge somebody off of one incident. But if he's doing that type of activity out in the streets, flashing guns during group fights and stuff like that, that's the mom now, the 18-year-old, is going to be possibly doing life in prison, okay, because she's 18's an adult, okay, or not life, but maybe 50 years, so something like that. So that 2-year-old now, I don't know who's going to be raising that kid. And 2 years old is old enough to know that mama's not coming home. Like most kids are talking by 2, so I mean that's, man, I really feel for that 2-year-old, man. That's the one. But anyways, earlier this year, Otis was charged in juvenile court with robbing and battering another girl on the Red Line, and that case is still pending. So I told you guys, groups of teens have been doing these robberies on the Red Line, and I don't know about the other lines. The line that I hear about most is the Red Line, maybe the blue and the green too. But that's become a very dangerous situation. And also, girls have been involved in just some of the muggings and robberies that's been going on, like in the neighborhoods in Chicago, man, and it's sad to see girls out here doing this stuff, man. So she's, like I said, the 20th person accused of shooting, killing, or trying to shoot or kill somebody in Chicago this year while awaiting trial for a felony. The case involved at least 33 victims, 10 of whom died. So 10 people so far this year in Chicago, guys, have been killed by people who were out on bond, okay, awaiting trial for other felonies. Late Sunday night, as you guys may have already heard, the 16-year-old Heaven Taylor and 4 friends rode the Red Line to the Loop and walked to a Taco Bell for food. And there's large groups of teens typically in the Loop at this time, and a lot of these teen confrontations tend to turn violent. Assistant State's Attorney Matthew Thorne was saying this during Otis's detention hearing, but the Taco Bell was only accepting online orders. So the group walked to a nearby, I believe they walked to a convenience store. I'm not sure. But Thrawn said that Taylor's group and Otis's friends had prior disputes. So the nature of that, I don't know, but none had been reported to Chicago police. After leaving the sandwich shop, and by the way, this is being reported by CWB Chicago, shout out them, Taylor's group crossed paths with Otis's group again outside the Federal Metropolitan Correctional Center. Now, nobody was there probably at that time, but as Taylor's group passed, Otis said that she wanted to fight one of Taylor's friends, okay, according to Thrawn. So Otis was the one who apparently wanted this fight, but not with Heaven. She wanted to fight with one of her friends. So Heaven became upset with the altercation, and people started encouraging her to fight Otis, okay? So these are the type of friends you don't want. These are the type of friends you don't, anybody who's encouraging you to do stuff like that is not your homie. Anyways, they started encouraging her to fight Otis. At that point, a man believed to be Otis's boyfriend was flashing a gun, and another woman in Otis's group was armed with something. I believe it was like a lock with like tied to a shoelace or something like that. But the boyfriend, okay, he's out there flashing a gun. This is in the middle of downtown, by the way, where there's cameras every place. For, Heaven Taylor's situation, the people encouraging her to fight, those are not the type of people you want as friends. And a dude out there flashing a gun in the middle of downtown is not somebody you want as a boyfriend. Okay, maybe this is an exception to the rule. Maybe he's never, done anything before like this in his life and never going to do anything like that again. So, I can't judge him off of a snapshot, but if I see somebody do that, that's not, you guys know what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so anyways, Taylor and Otis exchanged punches as a bystander recorded the altercation. Okay, and again, recording. This is the culture of the youth these days, man. They don't try to stop it, they just record. The video footage, which was occasionally obstructed by objects and people, showed Otis had something taped around her hand. You couldn't see it, but a surveillance camera recorded the entire altercation from a distance. And again, this is like, there's more cameras in this place than at a Best Buy. Okay, like a camera store doesn't have this many cameras. Thorne said that Taylor backed away from Otis at one point, and Otis removed an item wrapped in black from her shorts. She followed Taylor into the street. Now, this was a critical point. Okay, so Taylor's backing away. Okay, at that point, when she's backing away, all self-defense argument goes out the window. And the judge was bringing this up at her hearing. Any self-defense argument that she could have had while she was fighting, they were fighting, so it's stuff that they've said to get some of these other guys off. When she's backing away, ain't no more mutual combat, ain't no more self-defense. That's the end of that. Anything that takes place after that is on Otis, because, she pursues her to go start the thing back up. That's on her. So anyways, she followed Heaven into the street, and the pair became entangled. At that moment, Otis made, quote, 2 quick strikes near Taylor's breast. And this is where it's going to turn really ugly. So Taylor suffered 3 incise wounds, including the fatal blow that pierced her heart. And I think only one of the stab wounds actually pierced her heart, but one is enough if it's there. And she ran a short distance, collapsed in the street, and later died from the knife attack. So Thrawn said that Otis and the 2 men dashed to a nearby Blue Line station and jumped the turnstile. She changed some of her clothing and put on furry slippers as they waited for the train that took them out of downtown. Thrawn said that she wore those same clothes when she turned herself into the police this week. And there could be, according to her public defender, so her public defender was trying to bring this up. He said there could be a possible self-defense issue with this. He was asking her to release Otis from custody, and that argument was not working. She said that all changed when the victim backed up and backed away, and that right there is the key point. And she ordered Otis to remain in custody. So her other case, Chicago police had arrested Otis on April 22nd after she was identified as one of 4 women who battered and robbed a passenger on a red line train near 79th earlier that month. And the 79th Street Red Line stop, man, highly dangerous spot. But anyways, Otis's court records in that matter are not available because the case is being handled in juvenile court, according to CWB Chicago. So juvenile court records, you can't see them. But complaints filed against the 3 adult women accuse them of being part of a 10-person group, so 10 people, that beat and robbed a 16-year-old girl of her purse, her phone, and, get this, guys, her wig. Now, that's just wrong. Take a wig, man, that ain't right at all. So anyways, man, this, according to CWB Chicago's report, continues their coverage of individuals accused of killing, shooting, or trying to kill or shoot others awaiting trial for a felony allegation. And they began reporting that in November of 2019 after Cook County Chief Judge Timothy Evans publicly stated, "We haven't had any horrible incidents occur under the court's bond reform initiative." So the Chief Judge Timothy Evans said publicly, he said, nothing bad has happened. We have not had any horrible incidents occur. That's what he said. Under the bond reform initiative, basically, we're letting these people out on bond and nothing bad has happened. And the media outlet Crime in Wrigleyville and Boys Town was saying, okay, let's check it out. And they started reporting all the incidents involving people that were out on bond for felonies, okay, and they started counting dozens of murders that were being committed by these people that were out on bond for felonies. So when he says nothing bad has happened, this is why you guys always got to fact check what public officials say, okay? And I don't mean just like go off your impression from watching the news. I mean actually like check it out. And shout out to all the, real hardcore journalists, not the fake journalists like myself, but the real journalists that are out there doing the oftentimes boring reading of numbers and stats to get the details on what's really going on and get a comprehensive picture. Because the media, including, wannabe media outlets like myself, media is a business, okay? I mean, it's driven by, viewership. So not everything is like newsworthy, but the stuff that's not newsworthy still, is pieces of the puzzle that helps a person to get a full, view of the picture. And when he says nothing bad is happening, well, a lot of these incidents may just be brushed under the rug because it's Chicago as just like another murder. Because I mean, here in Chicago, a murder can just be, brushed off as nothing. It happens like round the clock all the time. Well, I mean, it gives you a picture though of the effect that bail reform initiative really is having. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section, man. What's up with the bail reform initiative? And, what do you guys think about this situation? Man, I feel for that 2-year-old, man. I really hope there's a relative in that picture that can take care of that kid, because I don't know, the baby daddy, I don't know if that's the guy. I mean, the current boyfriend, I don't know if that's the guy who fathered the child. But, in that situation, he was on the same type of time that the mom was on. You guys let me know what you think down in the comment section, man. It's a controversial topic. This is your boy Chicago News. I'm out.